Good morning, everyone. Steve here from theturtlefollower.com with your stock market outlook video for the week of Saturday, July 18th, 2015. If this is the first time joining us, we go ahead, we look at the markets for the upcoming week, try and gauge our expectations as far as where the markets may head, identify some potential support and resistance areas, and use that for our trading. So if this is the first time you're joining us, please go ahead, sign up for the nightly recap. Right at the top of the page, just enter your email address and you'll get all these future videos sent directly to your inbox. As far as the markets go, we had a good week across the board for many of the indices. We're looking at the ES here, which is the S&P 500 futures, and you can see we really rallied right through Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday and Friday. All right, so we started the week, opened the week down here around 2053. You could see we kind of gapped lower into this range that we were in. And then sure enough, we just took off on Monday and closed well higher, all right around 2100, and then picked up about another 20 points throughout the rest of the week. So significant week for the market. As far as the S&P goes, I would expect to have some type of pause right up here in this range, right around this 21, 25, 2020, maybe a 2 or 3 day of sideways movement, and then really a determination if we're going to go ahead and break out to the upside or break out to and pull back into the range. But you could see here on the weekly chart, bouncing right off the 200-day moving average, putting in this very nice consolidation here as we moved over to the 200-day to the lower trend line. All right, so again, I would expect to see a breakout here over 21.25, but first I would expect to see at least a 2 or 3 day sideways consolidation before that happened, just to digest these gains. Okay, because at this point we've really rallied all the way from 2036 all the way up to 2120, which is about, give or take 85 points in a matter of 6 trading days. Okay, so the market is very much due for a pause. I think that happens early in the week next week, and then again, determine if we're going to break out or break down. But you can see this 21.25 area has acted as resistance before, and that was when we even came from a higher base. So we finally broke down, and this time we're running from a much lower area. All right, so I would expect to see that pause. But if you look at something like the NQs, all right, which had a great week due to earnings from Netflix and Google, NQs really didn't care. All right, they just ran right through the resistance level of 45.50 and just continued to go. Okay, so this is a possibility as well. I just don't see it happening as easily in the S&P as it did here, only for the reason that it's not fueled by those high beta names. Okay, the NASDAQ 100 is fueled by those high beta names, and when you have Google and Netflix that are gapping up 15, 20, 30%, it's very easy to get the index to move. So here you can see the futures, similar situation to the S&P. We really started the week right around 43.80, closed around 46.50, so almost a 300-point gain in 5 trading days. That's almost 7%. So again, I really would expect to see some type of pause here. This is almost parabolic. I really would expect to see some type of pause and consolidation, and allow these moving averages, allow everything to just kind of reset, digest those gains, work off some of these overbought conditions that we're experiencing, and then get ready for maybe a continuation higher, especially if the S&P can break out. And then now we have the NASDAQ and the S&P going higher. I think it just potentially pulls everything with it. So I'm very much looking forward to higher prices across the board here. I think that's how it plays out next week. But as I said, I do think that we are very much due for some type of consolidation, whether it's 2-3 days, a slight pullback, a week or so. I just think it needs to happen to really reset it and to set us up for a breakout that's not going to fail. All right, here you can see the Dow 18,100 has been resistance. Sure enough, hit that level yesterday, pulled back slightly, and then the next level that we're looking at is 18,258. But again, right off that 200-day moving average. All right, looking for a new breakout right over that 18,200 area, which is significant resistance, as you can see here on the weekly chart. Okay, right through here. So again, similar situation. We had a big move. All right, you could see that move kind of fading a little bit in the Dow. All right, so this is kind of what I'm concerned with for how quick and how far we've run. I'm just afraid there's really no buyers underneath, and that's what we need to be aware of. But here you can see nice big move on Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday starts to give a little bit of a reversal signal, and then Friday, at one point we were breaking down below the lows of 17,975, but we were able to recoup it in the afternoon. So let's see how we act on Monday. Again, this looks like to me that this wants to maybe pull back a little bit, maybe test the top side now of this 50-day moving average. But it looks like it wants to maybe pull back, and I think that pullback, along with a little bit of a consolidation in the markets as far as the S&P and the NASDAQ, could potentially set us up again for the move that we're really looking for to the upside, and breaking, finally, hopefully breaking out of this range, okay? Because this range has been a tough one to trade. The market really hasn't done much for most of the year. Because it has just been in these consolidations. So I'm looking for, as I said, slight pullback in the Dow. And the final one, the Russell /TF, which is the futures. And you can see here, again, right off the 200-day moving average. This one consolidating. This one had broken out at one point, and now it looks like maybe that was a little bit of a failed breakout. So again, now we pulled back. Actually didn't put in a lower low as we did in many of the other indices, but instead put in a higher low, came up, and this is kind of what I'm looking for out of the S&P and NASDAQ next week. All right, just I would be very, very happy with just this 3-4 day pattern of sideways action right below resistance, and get ready for that breakout that really is what we're looking for. So that's what I'm looking for here. I think, if we can get the S&P over resistance, if we can get a little consolidation first, I think next week may be the start of a good end of the year kind of rally. So we'll see how it plays out. We've tested the 200-day. 200 days held. And every other time that we've come back and tested that 200-day, especially with the S&P, it really provides a significant boost going forward. We can take a quick look at that real quick. If you look at the futures again for the S&P, and when we actually go ahead and test that 200-day, it's very far and few between. You can see right here, okay, hasn't really been a test of that 200-day. We had one here on October 13th, 2014. We tested again here on January of this year, and now again here on, let's see, that was the first week of July. All right, so again, we just zoom this in a little bit, take a quick look. You can see not too many tests, and when it does test, we get these nice pops. Okay, tested, 3-week pop. All right, here we got a big test, and then we had a 5-week pop. All right, so again, I think that's probably what happens. I think we could see in the next few weeks, maybe we're around 2020, 2025. But I think we just need to see that small consolidation first, maybe even if it's a full week, that's even better, and then go ahead and see where we end up. So that's it for this stock market outlook video. Members, you can head on over to this weekend's weekend update. We're going to go over our new watch list, go over a couple new positions that we entered this week, and some that are triggering right now. So let's take a look at those. But members, head on over there now. Everyone else, have a great weekend. Take care.